Hey, craftmates. Who's all in here? Hey, Mellinger. Let me write my lens, because that's what I'm supposed to do. Clear, right? See? How are you doing today, girl? How are you doing today? Girl, I did the best I could. Let me hold on. I'm going to go ahead before I even start and plug this phone back up. Hold on. Make sure before everybody comes in here, I'm gonna make sure that my charger is long enough. Okay. Make sure that my charger is long enough to keep us plugged in. Because again, y'all know how Whatnot does my phone. Okay. Everybody knows by now. You do see new colors, some new and vintage colors to be precise. Look at you being a good studious Melzy. How are you today? How's your week going so far? It's Tuesday, Stampin' Tuesday. I feel like I want to go upstairs. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and get a longer one. I'm gonna steal Jacob's cord. He's not here, so and plus I pay the bills. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. Mel, I can run up the stairs now. Watch this. Look at that. Jacob's room is at the top of the stairs. It's right there. Look at that. Look at me. Now I didn't even run though. Girl, I'm getting there. Listen, I might not be able to throw my heels back on by the time y'all get here next week, but I'm definitely going to be able to, hit maybe a little two-step for the raid. A little two-step. Nothing much. Just a little light work. Just a little light work, Mel's. So, yeah, we have new colors today. You know, there's a color story behind everything, though. I will tell y'all how I stumbled upon this combination today. And y'all know, if you're in here, you also need to throw some apples, 3 apples in the chat for my friend Angelette, because she has a lot to do with what we're seeing today. She don't even know it. Okay, girl, I'm putting my... Okay, all right. Okay, now we cooking. We're cooking. You might be cooking a little bit Melzy. Mellinger. Okay. Now, I don't know where she at. I haven't spoken. You know what happened yesterday? Ooh, girl. Yesterday we went on a college tour. Me and Jacob and his dad. We went on a college tour yesterday. So by the time I got back and did everything I was supposed to do, it looked like she tried to call me. But I was dead to the world. And so I haven't spoken to her today. Sometimes I need to remind people, you know, about Stampin' Tuesday. But the thing is, once we build up this thing, we're gonna be all right. So no, yeah, college. Mel. Okay, so it's just us in here. Now I can't give you all my business when everybody gets in these Whatnot streets. But girl, today, Stampin' Tuesday is gonna be like Craft Therapy Tuesday, okay? Cause it wasn't the tour yesterday specifically, right? I had a conversation with Jacob and his dad today. Oh yes, absolutely. Share the link. Mel, the more people that come in here that don't know me really good, the better off I'm going to be. So share it to the whole wide freaking world. Um, yeah, share it to everybody, okay? Cause baby, I need it today. I really do. I really do. And oh Mel, I'm so happy that you're in class. Because the more days go by, and I have to make my brain calm down, because when I have these events, and sometimes they're for corporate people and sometimes they're just for my family, what have you. I always get really nervous, but as it comes closer to the time, more things that I want to give to people come to my brain. So what I'm really trying to do is calm my brain down enough to only give you about 3 things instead of 8. Hey, Melissa. Listen, I was just telling Mel, y'all need to come in here and make me just create something amazing. Now, I'm going to say this. Welcome to Stampin' Tuesday. Okay, that's the first thing. I know that some of us may have been in a situation where we're having some what is it? Some whatnot, like, I don't know. We've just been entrenched in whatnot. And so I know that we're going to have to start managing our time. So if you're over here during this time, I just appreciate you being here. Okay. That's where I am with it. I like to build and I have to be more serious about starting to build my YouTube and other mediums, because it's more about, girl, I don't want to say a ministry. It's more about me just wanting for people to just hold space for people to pull their memories out and connect with their happy kid. That's it. And also, because I've been to not just breast cancer, but so many other things in life, that life is always transitional and everybody is always going through something. So we all need to be in therapy in some kind of way. So I'm not saying this is the cheaper form of therapy, but I'm just happy that you're here. And sometimes it's not necessary. It's not necessarily about. It's always about holding space. Salise, hey girl, hey girl, we on a countdown. I was just telling the people how we on a countdown, but I was also just telling the people how sometimes craft therapy is not just on Craft Therapy Thursdays. How about that? And I was in here talking to the Mellinger. I call Mel my Mellinger because she's like a manager, but she's Mel. She's one of those more organized, cool, like therapy. So yeah, I was telling Mel that my Jacob and his dad and we had a college tour yesterday. And yesterday it was fine, beautiful. I had moments, of course, because it's a moment and you're supposed to feel things. But I ain't a feel things type person. I feel things right here. Anyway, yesterday was great, but it was today, the conversations that I had with him and looking for the support of his dad in a different kind of way and coming to the realization, not a realization, that's a strong word. More like an understanding within myself that no matter how much I explain and try to put things out there, no matter how much I try to throw the ball, sometimes people don't catch it. And then, not that you already know all of my business, but this would be 4 years that I've been separated from my husband. So I've been living as a single mom for about 4 years now. And it was deliberately so I can have a better space and time and energy around my son in his high school years. So now we're entering his senior year. And so there's a lot of things happening. And so when I come here, not just on Thursdays, but on the things wherever I come here, you all mean something to me. Okay. So I'm tapping into that. You're right. And guess what? He's right down the street. He works. He works at a flagship. Oh, matter of fact, that's funny. He works for a flagship, what they would call a flagship. Hey, Angela, the people, y'all throw three apples, 3 apples in the chat for Angela. Angela, Matter of fact, let's scoop things aside, people. The 5 people that are in here. I want you all to know that my friend Angela, if you don't have you one, you better get you one, is partly responsible for the experience we're about to have right now for Stampin' Tuesday. Even though she always being busy and jumping the gun on people. But that's why I love her. Oh, but see, that makes me triple blessed. No pun intended, but that makes me triple blessed because I got me one and she lives like 15 minutes away. Yeah. Oh, listen. Okay, so, okay, first things first. Welcome to Stampin' Tuesdays, where on Tuesdays we come and we bring out our inks, our die cuts, and all things paper, and we stamp and we explore and we just decompress. I'm Dee Dee of Randomly Designed, and on Tuesdays I come over here and we do a project that involves stamps and inks. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. So, of course, what I'm going to be exploring is going to be Stampin' Up! Materials. You don't have to have Stampin' Up! Materials. My whole purpose in being here with you today is to make sure you pull out all of the things that you bought and you purchased and you haven't used in quite some time, and we're going to stamp and we're just going to play. I normally do a little bit of a demonstration about Stampin' Up! Products. And I also, a part of this demonstration is I'm not a demonstrator that knows things. I'm usually a demonstrator that shows you how things work when I'm demonstrating. Okay. And so we're all just kind of learning in this space. This is a space for us to come and play freely with our stamps and inks without being judged. Okay. So when I say that my friend Angelette brought us here today, I'm going to put a teaser in it, because what I want you all to do also is, if you are or if you are not going to be here in the metropolitan Atlanta area next weekend, June 19th through the 21st, mark your calendars, because it's going to be an amazing time. And if nobody goes live, I'm going to go live at that time, because I'm going to be doing a card class sponsored by, well, we'll be in the room with Artistic Fusion. And so if you're in the room with Artistic Fusion, if you're in the room with Artistic Fusion on here, you're blessed. But if you're going to be in the room with Artistic Fusion in a physical form next week, whoop whoop, 9 days. All right, 9 days, Mel. All right. So, Karen, Mrs. Artistic Fusion herself, said that she was going to give me a little bit of time with y'all where I could just do what I want to do. She's going to be like, Mama, you know when your mama leave the house. Woo, woo, woo. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. When your mom leaves and you like, now I know, I'm not a boy, because boys are different. I'm going to see some of my cool little girlfriends to come on here and we just going to do some things, okay? Okay, I want you all to come with me and we're gonna have a hood craft experience. Okay, y'all gonna be my hood craft friends. Now, usually y'all become my hood craft friends after like 10 o'clock. But Karen told me I can provide you a crafty playground space on that weekend. Okay. Saturday, I have a surprise. Okay. If you all come to the weekend, you're going to be privy to it. It's going to be amazing. I cannot tell you what that is, but it's going to be included in. It's going to be included in your ticket. How about that? It's going to be included. You're just going to be able to come on over to the crafty playground. Okay. I cannot tell you what that is. Okay. Will not tell you what that is. However, I will tell you what this is. On Friday, for those people that will be here on Friday, Friday is is what we would be calling like a leisurely kind of day, because we know everybody here is a craft extraordinaire type person. And you're going to bring all these extraordinary crafts for us to be like, ooh and ah about, because Elise, girl. Um, on that day, I'm going to be doing, it's not a craft. Okay, let me say, it's not going to be a card class. Okay, don't come over here expecting no card class. Okay, I will have Stampin' Up! Cards there, and I will have Stampin' Up! Materials there, and I will have these there. Okay. But we will all be playing together. It's going to be a whole crafty playground experience. I give you maybe adult slushies. And for you all that just want to be kids, we have regular slushies too. You're gonna get to meet Applettes. I may or may not have some kind of drink in honor of Applette. I don't know, but we do have a theme. Okay, I'm not gonna tell you what that is, but I will tell you that for $35, if you sign up for this class, you will get these two blends. It's gonna be a set. You get all of them. This is just listen. I'm giving y'all a little color theory. Okay, giving you a little color theory. Okay, Angela. You know, Angela probably will be at the kids' table. Angela will have like one little drink. Let me tell y'all a little secret. Y'all, the reason that we got non-grown up drinks is because Appalette don't drink non-grown up drinks. Don't tell her I told y'all that. But anyway, for $35 for that evening, you'll be coming in to the exclusive crafty playground area. Okay, y'all gonna come over there and you're gonna raid me. You'll have enough materials to make you minimally 3 cards in one tag. And you're also gonna take home a set of these Stampin' Blends, which are double edged. Now y'all gonna listen, y'all know how to use these better than me. Y'all better call Kyoko. Who else is in here a color person? Listen, call the color people because these are what's going to be inside of there. And then you're going to get everything that you need within this color theory area to make something that's going to be themed and it's going to be so amazing. Okay? So y'all make sure y'all go over to school, SKOOL, and go over to Karen's uh Craft and Connect space, okay? And even if you're not present, if you go ahead and purchase a kit, now this is the thing. Everybody has to purchase their everything by tomorrow, okay? If you've already paid, you're good. But tomorrow I have 10 spaces. 5 spaces have already been filled. Y'all gave me 5 spaces. Okay, 5 spaces have been filled. Okay. I have 5 more spaces. But if you want to participate virtually, you can go to the same area and you can go to randomlydesign.com. And there's also a space where you can contribute and you can purchase a virtual kit where we will do the live presentation. But you definitely have to, I got you, Celeste. You definitely have to let me know by tonight, okay? Because I have to make the order tomorrow for me to get everything from Stampin' Up in time. Okay. So I'm just saying, if you don't want to miss it, you probably want to go over there and elbow a little friend or something. Because again, you're going to take home everything you need to make the cards and the tags for that night, but you're also going to take these blends home and a lot of other surprises. Also, you'll be in a lot of girl. I got anyway. It's crafty playground season. It's a season over here. Okay, now bringing it back to Angela. Oh, go to school SKOOL.com and find the Artistic Fusion group. Within that group, you'll find a Craft and Connect section, which is scheduled for next weekend, 19th through the 21st. If you don't feel like going through all of that, you can also go to randomlydesign.com, just like it's spelled right there. And there's a section there where you can purchase the kits as well. Purchase the kits. They'll be waiting for you with not just with them, but with your goodies when you come on that day. And if you go ahead and let me know, I'll go ahead and send it to you if you let me know by tomorrow. Okay? So, with that being said, 3 apples in chat for Appalette. Appalette is my friend. Hey, Bev. Hey, Bev. I can't wait to see you in like 9 days. Okay. So, y'all say hi to Bev. Bev is the sheriff, girl. Y'all better respect. Y'all better put some, what do you call it when you do this? So y'all better salute Bev. Okay. And double salute Appalette. So Appalette. Appalette, if you all don't know her, y'all gonna know her in a few weeks, baby. That's my girl. Is a busybody. So Appalette accused me of something a couple of days ago. She said I didn't show y'all a technique. And I was like, girl, Appalette, y'all know why I'm gonna tell you in a few weeks why this is a thing. Appalette was in the book. She was in the social media streets, and she saw a technique. This is not a new technique, but this is definitely a Stampin' Up new folder, new embossing folder. But she said, "You didn't show us that we can do this." And I said, Appalette, oof, you are right. I said, Appalette, you're right. So this two things about this technique. I just want to show you that see how it looks like. It's beautiful, obviously, right? It's beautiful and it's more versatile than you could ever imagine. But also it's very therapeutic in the sense that you get that endorphin hit if you are looking for a little bit of misery and you don't know how things are going to turn out. But I can guarantee you that no matter what you do, it's going to turn out beautiful. That's what this is. No matter what your color theory, or not theory, no matter what your color scheme is schematically or what you like, if you're a monotone girl, if you're a bright girl, if you're like me, I'm a neutral with a splash of color girl, um, you're going to appreciate this technique. Okay, Bev, now you know when you come over here, you're supposed to have it out. What are you talking? What are you doing? What are you doing? And when I show you all this technique, you're gonna be like, everybody's gonna pull their stuff out. That's why I told y'all to put it out. No, 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 no. Don't Mel. Okay, Mel, let me tell you this because I know how this just me and you between me. I'm talking to Mel, y'all. Close your ears. Mel, I know how we be. Okay. You will only need maybe 3, no more than 5, okay? No more than 5. Also, Mel, think about the fact that when you get back on the plane or however you drive, are you driving? Because you're going to have to make sure you leave room. You have to leave room for everything that you. So again, if you know what I know, just saying. And even if you're bringing everything, you're going to make stuff that you don't make because you're sitting at the house. You know we all are squirrels. Ain't nobody going to be sitting there. Bring the basics. And the most important thing is that you bring you. Mel, like I can't M-E. Anyway, make sure you bring you because that's what's going to be the missing link. All of that stuff that we see, that's what y'all don't understand. The stuff that we see is the stuff that we see. We do this every day. We got stuff, the physical stuff, but we don't have each other. And it's going to be an opportunity for us to have each other. Woo! And guess what, Mel? We're going to have this is a raid. Y'all gonna raid my craft floor, okay? All right, so this is what we got today, y'all. We're gonna do something. When I pick colors, I try to again. I'm gonna pick 3, but today what I'm gonna do is kind of like a monotone type thing. Okay, I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna do like a. It's not gonna be neutral per se, but it's definitely gonna be monotone with a splash of something. What Angelette saw. You all will be learning particularly if you're if you're in the card class. You all will be learning or participating in this technique as well in kind of a different way, but definitely in this way. Because I bought the stamp set and you all are gonna, oh gosh, it's gonna be amazing. The embossing folder for that class. Psh. Okay, so today I have already, through the magic of TV, went ahead and I embossed these. Now, this embossing folder is it's a three-dimensional folder that Stampin' Up! Has, and it's called Sunflowers. Okay? This is the actual folder. I'm I'm sure if you're not new here, that you've seen this on numerous occasions in anything that I've done over the past 4 months, because I've only had it for 4 months. It's an amazing thing. But this technique can be done with any folder. I suggest two things: that you do it with a three-dimensional folder, and that you do it with a folder that has more than one type of movement to it. And this is what I mean. This particular folder it's not all linear with lines, okay? But it's also not all a bunch of circles. When you have more than one type of movement, when you have more than one type of shape, it adds better movement. I don't know how to explain that to you, but okay? So when you do this technique, I'm not telling y'all what to do. I'm just making suggestions based on how I do it. You all are the most amazing creatives that I know. However, again, this technique seems to do a little bit better when you have more than one type of texture. That's all. Now, through the magic of TV, I'm going to show you that. Also, what I've done with this particular folder is that I have embossed regular 110-pound paper. Angela, you know where that came from? This is 110-pound, 100-pound paper. This is 100-pound paper. Okay. Okay. And this is just a white 100-pound paper. It's beautiful. It's printable cardstock. And this, believe it or not, is just a manila folder. And if you know anything about me, you know that I always have access to manila folders. So I just ran these through this. That's it. But I want you to see in both cases the texture and the depth on these. I'm trying to look at that. This is the embossed side and this is the debossed side. Okay. I hope y'all got stuff out, okay? All right. Now, today, because we're working, y'all know I'm the color girl. We're doing a monochromatic kind of theme. These are a combination of Stampin' Up colors that are vintage as well as current. Y'all know I call my girlfriends, my retired girls, vintage, because y'all know we is moving close to retirement age too. And ain't nobody gonna call me retired. Girl, I'm vintage. Okay? I'm classic. I am vintage. Saber tooth in the building. Anyway, what I have here, let me tell you something too. Angela, you don't even know this. Come on, vintage. No, that is not just regular vintage. We gonna have to add something else to it. Y'all know I'm gonna have something by the time. Mm-hmm. Vintage bougie. Okay, listen. I have I was just okay, two things. Moody Mauve is definitely it's a recent current color, but it's not a current color. Um I pulled Sweet Sugar Plum. Okay. Fresh Fig. Let me tell you what happened with Fresh Fig. Y'all know it's a color story. Y'all ready for the color story? Why this came up? I was putting together some of y'all packets the other day go make sure y'all check the bin. There are some really cute things in there. Oh my God. And go ahead and get you some stickers too. I got some 90s stickers in there that's gonna kick butt. And make sure y'all buy your 90s stickers and then bring them to the event, okay? I got stuff to tell y'all about those. Okay, so Fresh Fig. The other day I was putting together some packets and I really was on a Blackberry Bliss tangent. Like, oh, matter of fact, look at this. Blackberry Bliss. Ooh, this is Blackberry Bliss. Okay. So it was kind of dark. Y'all, I'm in the crafty basement. I'm in their OG crafty playground. I went and I was just pulling some things and I pulled this. pull it up close. Thank you, Celine. Girl, Mel. Okay, another secret for you, the people in here coming next week. If you know what I know, bring your journals. Junkie or not, bring your journals and your scrapbooks. Okay, anyway, this is what I pulled. Kind of just, I need to go down here and make something and go with da, da, da. And I pulled this. Now when I got up there and I looked at this under the light, I knew it wasn't Blackberry Bliss, but I was like, well, since I'm putting together packets, it goes with it because y'all know how Stampin' Up does. They pick a boyfriend or girlfriend, they go together, but then they don't be monogamous. They can go with other people too. But anyway, when I pulled it, I just continued to put it in the packs and they turned out really pretty. But then girl, they wrong. They do. But I don't judge. This is a safe place. This is a safe space. We don't judge. If you want to move around, move around. Just let everybody know that you move around. That's all we ask. Anyway, they move around. This is some paper, some cardstock. Just listen. Just listen, and you might learn something, girl. You might find something inside of you that you didn't know about if you just listen. That's it. Anyway, um, this is called Fresh Fig. I cannot remember how long ago it was, but Fresh Fig was a thing. Clearly, it was a thing because anytime I have like the re-inker and something else from a long time ago, then it was a thing. Now, Fresh Fig definitely is not moody, but she definitely plays very well. She isn't as moody as Blackberry Bliss, but she really does play well. Okay. She can actually be a little bit of a neutral, but she's definitely figgy. I don't know. This is her. I just want to show you all. To me, she looks like a great complementary color, not necessarily a one who wants to be the star of the show. All right, Celeste, I see you in a second, girl. Okay, but I knew that within this realm that she would play well with this person, and I didn't want Blackberry Bliss because it was going to be a little bit too dark. Okay, so because I knew that these were similar in color, I needed something to brighten them up, and that's where I bought in Sweet Sugar Plum. I am just telling you how my brain thinks. Definitely, I have to learn about theories of things and why things work for me sometimes, but that doesn't mean they're going to work for you. Y'all are just great about just picking and going with your gut. Sometimes stuff has to make sense. I'm a Libra. Anyway, the magic of television, the magic of whatnot. Um, yeah, we struggle, but then that's what happens, Mel. I struggle and my brain goes way over there. And what I've learned, let me tell you, that's why I tell you these things. What I do is develop my own little, they're brain hacks. They're like little rules. If I get too far away, I'm like, okay, why don't you just pull? This is what that meant. This is why Stampin' Up won't fail me. It's like, I don't know what I want to do, but okay, well, girl, you can always pull a monochromatic theme. Okay. So that's how I came up with that. All right. So also the beauty of these things are that you have an emboss side. Y'all see, let me tell y'all how I just tricked y'all. This is the deboss side. Y'all listen to Angela. Listen to Angela. These are things that I just pulled out of my stash. But you have these things in your stash, okay? And that's why I'm telling you the reason behind this. Don't go and get what I get. That's why I tell you the reason behind it. If you have something that looks close to these, then go ahead and grab them. I'm just telling you the basis in which I start. Okay, so I just found a monochromatic. You don't even have to have three colors that are the same. Pick two colors that are the same and then pick a bright one. You're never going to go wrong. That's why I want you to come over here and just stamp and we freestyle it, okay? All right. So the trick that I was telling you all was that this is actually the deboss side, okay? So this is the emboss side. Here we go. There are a couple of ways that we can go about this. What I did is I have over here, I have some, what do you call? I have daubers. And I also have a tray of embellies right here that don't count right now. Okay, this is just, like I said, just some regular cardstock. I'm trying to fix this. This is bothering me because it's not straight in the thing. Sorry. And let me move this. Moving some things out of the way, y'all. Okay. So Angela did see this. She beat me to the punch because this was actually going to be a part of something that I was going to do a little bit later on a different type of embossing folder. But I'm just saying that to say, as long as you have a three-dimensional folder, three-dimensional embossing folder, preferably, it doesn't matter. Okay, you can do this. I have three of similar colors right here. Okay, so I'm going to take the lightest one of all of these three, which is going to be this sweet sugar plum. Okay, all right. Now, the thing about this is why I like to have something like this sitting aside. Because depending on how juicy your pad is, it's going to make a difference, okay? Now, sweet sugar plum, if you look at this, is it's the lightest of the three. But because I didn't rub off quite enough, it's going to come out a little bit darker. Again, I want you all to also realize that of these, I'm trying to stay in frame, of the three colors of Moody Mauve, Fresh Fig, and Sweet Sugar Plum, this is the lightest of them all. Also, whenever you bring a dauber into a situation, it's always because you're buffing something in, the color is always going to come off smoother. I'm going to show you a difference in just a second. Okay, so this is what this comes out like with me bringing it directly off of the pad. I'm sorry, with me bringing it directly to the dauber. That's what I meant to say. This, I'm going to put it aside, is what this looks like if I put it directly on from the pad. You see? Okay. I want you to understand two techniques, same pad. Okay. Again, this is an embossed side. All right. Hold that thought. I'm also going to make sure I let you know that I have something. I got this little sponge here. And I just like using this. I probably wish I had a bigger one, the bigger one, like the 12 by 12. But I like just having this because it's a grid, but there's also a space over here for me to play around on. And it's glass. Okay, so this, again, sweet sugar plum. Now, for itch and giggles, we're going to take the same folder. Okay, this is the deboss side. Same process. I'm going to do this at the top. I'm not the same pad. I just want you to see it. Okay. Look at this. This is the deboss side. This is sweet sugar plum. Uh, I Well, I won't tell you which is my favorite application in this with this color anyway. So look at this. You see? You see? That's the same application, same color. Deboss, emboss. Okay. I'm going to do the same thing as I did and all of this is in sweet sugar plum. The lightest of the colors, okay? The lightest. So cute. Okay. Put this aside. Take the same ink pad and I'm going to do the same thing again on the embossed. Girl. Angelette, what you think? Where Angelette? Wait, 3 apples. Oh, what you got? Okay. I did. I did. Rubbed it right on the cross. Same ink pad, lightest of the three. The beauty, you see the beauty in this? This is also a very buildable ink. Y'all have a favorite? Which one do y'all like? I do. I have a favorite. I have a favorite. I really like this. I really like this. I want to pull that up close. Y'all, Angelette, y'all, this is just one color. What's your favorite? Y'all like the emboss or the deboss? What do you like? This is that same technique on the deboss side. Yeah, this one. Angela, you probably like that one better, don't you? All right, I'm going to put this aside, okay? This is the lightest of them all. Okay? So the second, what I'm going to do is I always go, if there's an intermediate in between, I'm always going to, I'm going to show it, I'm going to show it both. But I'm always going to go, if I don't have time or I just need to have, if I only had the choice of 2 colors or 3. Y'all, it's your show though. Okay, so this one is the darkest of the 3. This is Fresh Fig. This is a fresh dauber, okay? Y'all look at that. That's okay. This is a fresh dauber. This is the embossed side with sweet sugar plum already on it, and this is me. It's almost like it's the same. I'm sure it's gonna look different though. Ooh, very close. Very close. It's a little different. I actually we have to. This is the thing about Stampin' Up colors too. We're gonna let this soak into the paper to see what the differences are. Okay. Because this Fresh Fig is a darker. Ooh, it's pretty though. It's really moody. Now, I'm going to show you something. Now, this, watch this. Okay, see how close that is? I have over here, and the beautiful thing about having these, you can also invest in, you don't have to purchase them. Stampin' Up has these little things called Stampin' ink spots. And so if I don't want to contaminate or if I know I'm going to rub over something, these are really cool, but you don't have to buy them. You can buy these empty and use your re-inkers. And so you won't have, you can still be a good stamp citizen. But that makes me have less anxiety about using this, okay? Hence what that is. Okay. So again, this is an emboss. I'm gonna put this over here. I think, hold on, y'all. I think what I want to do. Hold on. I feel like I want to. Yeah, and see, Mel, that's another thing. If you feel like well, you don't have a lot of time. If you feel like you're gonna be going to a crop or something, and you want to just share a little bit of your stamp, just stamping spots or inks, and you feel like I don't know, when you feel really protective of them, just get you some ink spots. All right, I like softer with. This seems a little bit, what's a good word? Stark. So I like to use a softer method, if that makes sense. And I'm going to show you why in a second. So I'm just going to tap this or get this in. Here we go. This, by the way, this is crushed curry. If Janae is in here, she'll say it's a new fave. See how see how soft that is. Let me show y'all in a second. All right, I'm gonna show y'all something really cool. And again, this is just about showing my techniques and bringing my toys to the playground and seeing what you all come up with. This application, whenever you use a dauber, definitely is going to make everything, even stark colors, like very deep, dark, moody colors, is always going to give it a soft blending. But Stampin' Up! Has great blendable colors too. For example, you see how I'm going to keep dipping here and I'm going to try to concentrate this in the middle. It's buildable. This is crushed curry, by the way. See how buildable that is? I could just keep going. And gradient the further I go out from the middle, if that makes sense. Let's try it right here with this one too. Here you go. Okay. And then I push it out towards the petals. Okay. What you think? What y'all think? Okay. So we can bring it out. But there again, I'm just showing you that to let you see how blendable they are. All right. So that's what we got. This is sweet sugar plum blended with crushed curry. This is sweet sugar plum blended with fresh fig over the top. All right. So this is the sweet sugar plum. Remember, you all, this is the boss. This was my favorite. I'm almost afraid that I don't want to cover that up. But I have more paper, right? I am going to take this. And remember, I told you the direct application is a little bit heavier, right? But I like to have dark with light and light with dark. But here we go. You'll see. I think y'all get it right. How about that? So what it feels to me is that this literally blended. Almost like it's a different color, perhaps. But you can still put sweet sugar plum, which is, if I wanted to line this, it's nothing wrong with that, right? And it basically is about the detail of this. And remember, I told you all to make sure that you try to have more than one type of texture. You have like dots here in different sizes. And then you have the linear lines here in curve. It's just, you don't have to really think to bring something beautiful to life. That's all. I know, but whatever your color is, okay? So again, this is just two colors, by the way, you all. This is nothing, basically. these two colors. That's what this is. I can. Let's do that. You want to do that? We sure can. Which you want to put right here? Matter of fact, we sure can. How about we go back in with the fresh? You want to go back in with the fresh fig in the middle? That's what we'll do. That sure will. Ooh, that's almost too dark. That's why I wanted to be really light-handed. I'm not mad at it though. I might want to put this one down here though. Look at that. Girl, that's right. But it's art. And you have to just believe how that's why when you have good material and you have great inks and you have what you need, you have to just go with I'm not mad at that. Because whatever I had in my brain, if it doesn't come out like that, it's still gonna come out like this. What are you gonna do? And I'll just give you guidelines. This is two colors. No, it's three actually. It's three colors. Two of them that are monochromatic and one that's just the opposite. That's crushed curry. And like I said, this happens to be the darkest of the three colors, but it's quite buildable. I can lighten this up by just, you see how, oh my gosh. Well, if I don't want to waste that, there's something I can do with that too. See that stark line? I can go back and blend that out. Watch. So I think I know what I'm definitely going to do. I want to take the lighter of them like this and blend it out. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't mean to shaking the tables. Sweet sugar plum. That's what this one is. And again, sometimes it's just about playing with them and making them blendable and bringing them out. Um, I thought I had some water over here to show y'all another technique because we just having half the crappy mistakes. So I'm gonna sit this aside. We still have a whole nother side, by the way, that we can play with. Um, this is 100-pound cardstock and is long. Well, actually, we're just experimenting. I think we should experiment with that. Hold on. I think, y'all, I'm looking for my water. I have some water on my cart over here to spray. Uh, I got a little. Uh, I've never tried this before, but I'm going to go in on the emboss side over here and this is just an exercise in not being wasteful. That's it. And surrendering to the process because basically this paper is just this folder. It's not even paper. It's just soaking up what I would have just rinsed down the drain. So there we go. Now, what I've learned through this process is that this is a folder. Let's try this one. This is not watercolor paper is what I'm trying to say. So it didn't soak it up. Let me see if this will soak it up. And don't get it twisted, y'all. I'm not going to get rid of this. It'll go on something. And I'm also kind of a grungy, not grungy, shabby chic girl. So it's not going to go anywhere. Okay. This is just a lighter version. But I'm going to go back over this anyway with a lighter one. But that's what happened when we don't want to get rid of extra watercolor. I can also say that this definitely would come out different on watercolor paper. If you have some, I won't say I don't have any because y'all know how we are. I'm sure I have some, but I can't put my fingers on any. So this also lets us know what this is going to look like on 100-pound paper and also a file folder. All right, let's go back. Now, well, since we already started on this one, let's see how we're going to make this file folder. This is a file folder, so we can just sit here and figure out how this technique is going to work on this. I'm going to do this first, but this time I'm going to go with the darker color first. And it looks like this is kind of dry. But much like I said earlier, if you have a re-inker, if you love a color, grab the re-inker. And this is also how you know that your ink pad is ready to be re-inked. If you see this happen, if you notice right here, if you notice that as soon as I drop this on here, it just soaks it up immediately, it doesn't stay on the top, that means he's thirsty. However, that's all I'm going to do because it doesn't take a whole lot for this little square inch to be full. And what happens if I put it, I look right here and I see, trying to let it, and try to see how deep, if you look, you see. So I won't be putting any more in there. I don't want it too juicy. And you're going to see why in a second. Look. All right. Again, this is going to give a little bit of a monochromatic effect because the file folder itself is yellow based. So whatever we do right here, this crushed curry is definitely going to come out like the dominant color. But I like it. And we could really stop right there. And the beautiful thing also about this particular embossing folder, it can look like sunflowers, but it can also look like any kind of flower to a certain degree. That has a lot of, it could be a daisy, depending on how you do it. But it's pretty. It's pretty. And this definitely gives me, and also what I'm trying to say too is that it can be seasonal. If you add, how about we do it? If we add, say, y'all know who that is? I'm looking for I don't have I'm just changing up these. So this is, this is early espresso. This is early espresso. And this is me just finding the spaces that I want it to be the darkest. And it could give me a watercolor effect because out here, Brody, chasing a chipmunk, I'm sure. Now, this is me just having playtime. I'm thinking that this will change a dynamic to something that looks more fall. Well, all of them. That just also, most of the time when you play in color, it shows you who you are too. Because most of this is already fall. Maybe next time we are playing some brighter colors. Because these are definitely fall and moody colors, which also shows you that this is going to be a classic folder. And this is also relaxing. Uh-oh. Look at that. Look at that. And that is early espresso in via this format. I'm not this format, but via the brush, because you can see it's soft. Because if I flip this over and I do this over here on the deboss side, I'm going to take this early espresso. I'm just going to do this over the top, okay? It's like magic when y'all see it with your own. You have to see this happen. I just want y'all to see it happen. That's one color. That's one color. Now, for my ladies or my gentlemen or my fairies or whoever you are, if you go back in here, for my watercolor people, you definitely can go back in here because remember, you all, this is the debossed area. And when you have a debossed area, that means whatever watercolor that you have is going to fill in all of those divots and nooks and crannies and stuff. Right? This is one letting you see how just the dynamic of, and this, again, this is a folder. This is a manila folder. Right? So there's a warmth to it and it warms the early espresso up a little bit. But it's very moody, very pretty. We can also, y'all want to try it on a brighter color? God, I don't know why. And that's why it's so important to explore through art or through crafting or through whatever it is, through tactile experimentation, is that it's hard to, I found out that I like the deboss side. Every time I've done a deboss side, I've liked it better. I just liked it better. So we definitely, let's see, what do y'all know, since I'm in the crafty basement, if I'm on the original OG crafty playground, I can go over here and reach for other colors, brighter colors, since we're over here as well. But I wanted to show you all that something, we're going to create a card before I leave, I promise. But I had already had a couple of pieces that were cut up with Moody Mauve. And I wanted to show you all where it didn't take a whole lot. If I have a lot of these cut out and I've already started edging it or distressing it, I could just sit it on top of the same, look at, right? Look at that. Wouldn't take long. And if I already has, and all you need clearly is a sentiment now, right? If you already have some 8.5 by 4, if you have some of these, you layer it And you're done. You're done. But there's an impact there. Okay. So I do have a couple of other pieces, and I'm going to make one card before we leave, but I said we were going to play with brighter or something brighter, a brighter color. Um, let's see. There's, oh, how about that? How about that? So I'm going to try this lemon lime twist first on the emboss side. And remember how we did it before? I'm just going to drag this across so you can see it happen live and in action. Again, this is coming straight off of the pad. This is going to be really cool. This is called lemon lime twist. And mind you, I want you to notice that the more I rub this on here, look, because of the dimension and the different levels in the folder, the more I put it here, the more different variations of the lemon lime twist you're going to see. One ink pad, okay? One ink pad. There are 3 different colors, to be honest, right? All of this is from one ink pad. This is without me using anything. I did not use any blendable inks. I did not use anything but one ink pad. Again, it's the quality of the actual embossing folder. And y'all make sure y'all get y'all a class, because there's a folder that's like this that's going to be in the class. That's it. That Mel. And imagine again, this is lemon lime twist. Without me even not spraying it down, water, or nothing. So, how about we do this? Remember, I told you the application of this is a little bit different when we use a dauber. So let's go ahead and find a clean dauber for Mel. I can't wait either, girl. Now y'all know I'm gonna have to take me a nap at some given point in time, right? Get the folder, girl. Get your life. But listen, 3-dimensional folder with more than one type of illustration. That's Stampin' Up has never failed me on the 3 dimensions, though. I ain't gonna hold you at all. Never. All right, I'm just putting a clean one here. Now, when I think of lemon lime twist, again, look at this. Again, so buildable. And I haven't, oh no, y'all look, I need to refill it, but I'm gonna go right here on the edges, because a lot of times that's, again, the edges are the light, they don't hold as much ink as the middle, of course. So look at this. Whole different application. Look at that. Now, even if I wanted to give it a watercolor effect and I just wanted the leaves to be more green and put like something in the middle to make, I don't know. You're all the people that know all the rules. You're the creators in the world. I can't tell y'all what to do. I just show you how I did it. Okay. Again, Just letting you see the different applications. Sometimes it's just not the product, but it's the application and the technique. It's not that one technique is better than the other. It just depends on what effect you're looking for. I'm just showing you how to get different effects because y'all got that stuff sitting over there thinking it does one thing, but that's not how this works. You only make it do one thing. Pull it out. Pull that stuff all out. Stop spending all our money on this stuff and pull this out and do this. Angelette, don't call me. It had me up all night. No, I got stuff to do. Okay? One color. Same color. Same freaking ink pad. Okay? All right? So what I want to do with this, y'all know I'm a monochromatic girl because this is lemon lime twist. Angelette, I want to try Granny Apple Green if I can find her. Hold on. I'm going to try to find something that is complementary to this, that is darker. And what comes to my mind is um I'm not gonna tell y'all what it is in case in case I can't put my finger on it. If I can't put my finger on it, I'm gonna have to pull something else. But my carousel is right in front of me, so I'm sure if I can't find the one that I said I wanted, there's one that's close to it, okay? But I'm mad I can't find the one I was looking for. I'm mad I can't find the one I was looking for. Hold on, I just saw it, y'all. If I can't put my finger on it, I promise you, give me 2 seconds. And I know. I know I have something complimentary. Mad. All right, I don't see it. So I was looking for Granny Apple Green. I don't see Granny Apple Green at the moment. So in lieu of Granny Apple Green, I'm going to pull something close to it, which hmm. I see something close to, but y'all gonna get mad because it's not a current color. I don't want to pull something that y'all can't. I don't want to pull something that y'all can't get because then y'all be mad at me for showing you something else. Hold on. I'm gonna have to pretend like I got Granny Apple Green. God, oh my God, y'all gonna be so mad. I hold on. I just saw it. I'm obviously overlooking at y'all because whatever I pull out here that's gonna be close to it, y'all not gonna like it because you're not gonna be able to find it. Hold on, I'm still looking. Oh my God. Mm. It must be upstairs, and y'all, I'm not gonna go upstairs. Y'all just gonna be mad at me. Okay, okay, okay. I'm gonna tell you what it is. I'm gonna call a truce. In lieu of me not being able to find the one that I want, I'm just gonna get. We're gonna freestyle it and just pull something that I know is in the current inventory. Okay, because I'm not gonna do y'all like that. Because every time I do that, then y'all gonna have to go on the whatnot streets and find it. And I don't want y'all to feel I told y'all craft therapy. That's not what it was about. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull this black. I'm gonna use blueberry bushel. Now blueberry bushel is not what I would call a it's bluish. It's gonna put us in a turquoise area. How about that? They're next to each other on the color wheel. Blue and green are next to each other. Okay. And what I was gonna do with the Granny apple green is rub her over here like this. Again, because this is the emboss side, this is going to blend in with these and leave this white. So it's probably going to turn this into some type of turquoise. But I don't want it to do, hold on, let's do it this way. Let me just do it over here. Girl, look at this. Y'all know we'll be here all day, right? Where my blues at? And y'all look, I'm about to pull this up. Look at this. Y'all see, look at that. Stampin' Up should be ashamed. I don't know. What am I supposed to do with this? I tell you what I'm gonna do with it. Y'all know what I'm gonna do with it. I'm gonna do like this. Watch this. Look at that. Look at that. Remember I said it's gonna turn these turquoise, but I didn't want to drag the pad across there because it would have overpowered the green. Look at that. Look at that. But because I'm using the dauber, it softens it. I'm sorry, I don't mean to shake you all. Look at that. Y'all get you some 3D folders. This was so fun. I'm about to, when I finish this sheet, I'm going to go ahead and put us a card together with that mauve, okay? But I just wanted y'all to come over here and play with me for a little bit on Stampin' Tuesday. If you're going to be here next weekend, the 19th to the 21st, make sure you go over to the Crafty Playground and purchase your kit, your craft kit for that weekend, your card kit for that weekend, where it will afford you 2 Stampin' Blends courtesy of Stampin' Up and all the materials to make 3 cards and 1 tag, and you get to take the Stampin' Blends home with you to continue to play. Have you a crafty playground memory. We make sure we bring you plenty of fun. And I'm going to have some giveaways and some slushies and some popcorn and all of the good things. So it's more of a vibe over there. I'm not going to tell y'all what to do. I'm just going to invite y'all to come over and play with some of my toys. Okay? Make sure you go over to School, SKOOL, and go to the Artistic Fusion group. And number one, go over there because y'all are missing out on a whole hell of a lot because we over there swapping and everything. Um, and sign up for the class. I can let you know that I'll be there both on Friday and Saturday, but Saturday I have something very, very special for you all to participate in anyway. And then on Friday, though, we're gonna do a live raid. Y'all gonna have to come and raid me live. This is a raid. Everybody. And where is Chris? Is she working this time of day? I haven't been over here a lot myself, so I'm not judging in any way, shape, form, or fashion, because woo, life is it's not. I'm just happy to be here with y'all. I'm happy that y'all are here with me. That's right. It'll be a lot. That's right, girl. See, y'all over here with Karen. Well, Angela hasn't been. Y'all over here with Karen winding down. Y'all come over here. I'm over here. I'm gonna have your nervous system happy, but I don't think it'll be wound down. Though. So look at this. So let me tell you this too. What I want to do, not that this is the dimension is in the thing, and like I said, we can go over this so many more times to get more dimension in color. So what I want to do though is the stamen or the stamen. I sound like a teacher. Um, I have some non-Stampin' Up. What do we call him? Timmy. Okay. And because here you go. Look at this. You see how that gave it? Y'all better get you some. You see? Okay. I don't know if it's realism or surrealism, but it's something. Okay. And put a little bit right here. And this is kind of like I said, it gives you a little bit of a watercolor effect to a certain degree where ugh, I can come back and put some more blue to cover that, but I think y'all get it. Like that. And then I'm going to go all over this again with probably some of that lemon lime because I know it's in there. And when I want to kind of get things a little less stark, I'll just take whatever color that they have in common and blend it all over to kind of blend everything together to kind of make it a little less stark. No aria. Hold on. All right, here's the green. Since I know that this color is on both pieces and that it's buildable, I can just get the most buildable way to bring them in here. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't. The thing is hooked up to the what you call it though. The table. That's what I'm trying to say. It's hooked up to the table. Also, consider this. Whatever color, even though I want to bring these together, whatever color is if I want to keep this soft, I'll just bring in the lighter of the two colors and blend it, the lighter. But, and if you could tell, I don't know, because it's slowly building. And I guess this is another reason why this takes the place of coloring to me, right? So, what I'm going to do now, we're going to go over all of the ones that we did, and then we're going to make a card from the ones that I have the other pieces for. Stampin' Up does have a new setup of ink pads coming up. I'll let you all decide if you like them. They've already trained us on these, and I love these. The quality of Stampin' Up inks unmatched. Um, this is the one that we just did, of course. It might be recency bias. No, I'm not gonna say which one is my fave, but look at this. I can come back later and do something with this. This is basically when we just drag this blueberry bushel across from here. One time. One time. One time. One time, Angela. One time. Numero uno. This is what we got when we used a little bit of watercolor. Remember I told you that, number one, this is not watercolor paper, but sometimes Stampin' Up's colors, you have to let them soak and know who they're going to be. They have to grow up a little bit in order to be a little bit closer to what you see. That's what this is. This is sweet sugar plum. And the thing about sweet sugar plum is that we remember this is what we sprayed over here. And see now, it did not look this way, but see how definitively close it is to that color. And that's with it being watered down a little bit. And that's what this being, this is not, there's a little bit of a, something is on top of here where it didn't soak into the paper, if that makes sense, but it's definitely colored. So that's what Sweet Sugar Plum was on there. What else did we do? This is the actual folder that we use. It's nothing spectacularly different, but it's just a beautiful folder. It's kind of heavy though. That's the folder that we use. It's called Sunflowers, Stampin' Up! Original. And we're going to go back to the first few that we did. This is what we had before you all, what I had as a sample before you got here. This is basically Sweet Sugar Plum in the middle, but crushed curry directly from the ink pad. This is the one that we did live on air. Okay. Crushed curry, fresh fig, as well as Sweet Sugar Plum. The only one that we did not use during this demonstration today is the Moody Mauve, to be honest. We used 3 colors today. Well, 4 colors when you include this one. 5 when you include this one. But anyway, this is this completely early espresso, one pull over early espresso. This is very, and actually, like I said, you can come back in with some watercolors or some pens and fill this particular area in because it's definitely debossed. But the ink pad itself has done the heavy lifting for you. It gave you some forms for you to fill in. This is another one that we did here. This is crushed curry. And then we use the technique by using the what are these? Y'all can tell it's getting late. Okay. So what I had beforehand, let me say this. Today we when I got here, I was looking at experimenting with fresh fig, which is this color, Moody Mauve, and Sweet Sugar Plum. Fresh fig, Moody Mauve, and Sweet Sugar Plum. All of these are monochromatic in nature, and I already cut these pieces, these butterflies out in Moody Mauve. I have already cut out a long time ago these pieces. These are white. So let me go over here and try to get some ink off of my hands because clumsy. I'm just trying to get some ink off of my hands so that when I touch this white paper, it won't mess up our design. Um Trying to get this off my fingertips. I guess I also should start keeping some gloves down here. So once I do this, if I'm not sure, I could put on some gloves and move on. Especially when I'm working with white paper. So this is just a pre-cut half 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock. This is 100 pound. This is 110 pound. This is 100 pound. And this is not Stampin' Up! Paper, but it is 100 pound cardstock. I try to use 100 and above for all of my card designs. So it's white base. It's just a base, and this is literally why I call it. It's just a base. And I just try to cut them up, um, a few at a time, so that when we have situations like this, we can. Yeah. Again, I'm paranoid because it's white. Matter of fact, I'm going to spray this on here again. This called Stampin' This. And I don't worry about this one because the other ones I used to worry about my glass ones because of the writing or the paint or whatever was on the outside, and so it will rub off. But this is underneath, so I feel a little bit better. So I'm just making sure I let that dry down. I have a towel right here to dry it down. When you're working with paper, y'all know water is the antithesis of paper. All right. It's still kind of moist, but have this. And I'm definitely, because I started out with this, I'm going to be using one of the designs that are in this color family. All of these I definitely cut as matte pieces because I knew that they were going to be matte pieces. And so these are cut at 4 by 5 1/4 so that they can be matted and framed this way on the sheet, if that makes sense. Okay. So I want to show you all the simplicity of just having things ready and you can just stack them. Okay. So I like this with this. And generally I tend to lean on the monochromatic side of things. But what jumped out to me more than anything was this. This is what my heart told me it should be. Okay. My heart says there should be some crushed curry. And this is literally Stampin' Up. This is Hello Honey. But look at that. I think I like it. Oh, I think I like it. Okay. However, hold on. Where was the one with? Now, y'all know my mind changed 5 times. I wanted the one with the darker middles that bought some of that. If I don't have it, I want to bring some of the darker color in here to blend this out some. Mm. Oh, here it is. I like this one. I like this one because y'all know I had to bring some type of earthy brownish color in there to tone it down. So I like this. Like this. Like so. And before I lay everything down, I just want to make sure it's kind of if this is how I want it scaled. I like that. All right. So because I know I can go ahead and glue this down. I can go ahead and glue this down. Ooh, girl. It's never hot in the basement. I must be having a personal summer. It just came across me just that quick. All right. Okay. All right. All right. Just set that aside. And because I know by prior measurements that this is layered to 4 by 5 1/4. This I'm going to do by 5 by 3 3/4, which is just 1/4 inch smaller. And I want to try to incorporate both the crushed curry and the fresh fig in this. I just kind of like the dimension of having the three colors together. Okay. So off site, well, it doesn't have to be off site. You all can see how I measure this if you like. Mhm. Or maybe not, because now I can't put my big head underneath the thingy. Hold on. And then Brody is out there acting up. Acting up. That's your friend, Appalette. That's your friend. Y'all, Appalette has a little girly dog named Maple, and she's clearly a diva because she does something to my dog. I've never seen him do this, but he really, I don't know. I'm gonna have to try to think of an emoji for April, for Maple. All right. What I'm doing, y'all, is try to get the most. It's a lot of crushed curry in here. I'm trying to get as much as I can of the other color. Now, hold on. Okay, this is a little piece that I have left, but we don't throw that away, do we, y'all? We don't throw that away. So before I layer this, I want to make sure, because I can always go back and add or replace some color if I don't want. If I see that I don't have enough of one color or the other, I'll just look at it. And again, I have to look at this off-site because y'all, I can't put my face under the camera. I'm so sorry. Okay. Now, what I do before I take this all the way down is I look at it and I'll see how my eye moves across here. And if I feel like, well, first of all, I figure out which way I can orientate it that feels best because I'm still at a phase where I could just flip this over like this, right? Also, we're not married to either orientation. Girl, y'all are having a conversation and I'm sitting up here trying. Okay, yes. I kind of like this vertically, okay? Based on these sunflowers. And I like this. I like this ribbon. But what I don't like about this ribbon is that it doesn't stand all the way out. Okay. We're not married to anything yet, y'all. Now, I already started to use the y'all, I saw something. Goodness gracious. Y'all know I'm different. I saw um what you gonna craft? Oh girl, wait a minute. Let me see what y'all talking about. Oh, oh, thank you, Appleette. Thank you, Mel. Mel, is your family trying to get you out of the house? Yeah, Appleette. She does live down the street. Listen, Mel, you don't have to pull up a chair between us because I don't. Angela didn't probably tell you. I don't really sit down. If I sit down, I feel like I check out, and I probably go to sleep. Sleep like 47. Oh, Mel. You know what? My only problem about this weekend is probably going to be understanding that we all going to have to go back. How we gonna eat? Oh, y'all, we got some good popcorn. Listen, y'all, I can't tell y'all. Angela almost let me tell y'all. Okay, anyway, I feel like something needs to come off of here. Y'all know, okay? And I like this being a way to pull up or something. And y'all know I like ripping things. But the thing about ripping things on here is that I can't rip this really well because there's some type of, I'll try, but it's some type of, yeah, I have to do it from the other side. And it ends up, I guess y'all know what I'm trying to say. I like ripping things. And look at here. That's how y'all know I love what I love. I forgot that was on the back of there because I was just y'all could tell. See how you like what you like? See how spirit does? That means this, look, this was on the back of this sheet. I forgot it was back there. That's how you just need to listen to the paper. Y'all don't hear me say that. Just listen to the paper. What am I supposed to do next? Girl, just listen to the paper. Okay, anyway. I like this, and this is gonna make this little butterfly pad like he just landed on a little piece right here, and it's gonna give us a little bit of an offset from that. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna run this through an embossing folder, probably some type of I know that was crazy, right, Applet? I'm going to run this through some type of embossing folder or run something. Let me make sure it fits. Make sure that this butterfly isn't too. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna run this through a embossing folder, and it's gonna be a different texture than the I'm gonna show y'all something in a second that makes sense. Like I said, I always like to tell y'all stuff when you don't know what to do next. Watch this. And these are just suggestions, and these are just ways that I remedy those questions when I am stuck. Some little rules, because I could get stuck in the analysis paralysis state when it comes to having too many choices. So when I'm stuck like that, and I know, like I said, and I'm a texture girl too, so also take these rules as you may, depending on how much texture you like in your life. Okay. So when I'm stuck like that, remember I told you all to make sure that you make sure that when you run this through there, it has more than one type of texture. So here we go. See how linear this is? See how those lines break up? You like that, Applet? You like that? All right. And see, they broke up the space a little bit. It's just a ripped sheet of paper. And it makes the eye jump onto the butterfly. But I'm trying to move this over like so. If that makes sense. Y'all see where I'm going with it, right? So, all right. Watch this. I like it better like this. I bet y'all can tell me why I like it better like that. It's because, Okay. Thank you, Mel. I like wonky stuff too. I don't like things to be. Angela is more of a symmetrical girl than me. I'm not. I like things to be like me, off putting a little bit. So I think I like it like this. And that's just generally how I'm going to see it, okay? I just wanted to make sure that fits. And then I have a sentiment that I want to put right here. So that being said, oh, also another thing that I wanted to do is see if I wanted this to be in the middle or down here. And I think I like the ribbon down here. You see how your eye moves across the whole card if I put it here? Instead of everything looking symmetrical, if I move the ribbon down here, how your eyes move across the whole card? Or is that just me? Anyway, I like it about right here. I have some glue over here. Now, y'all gonna be a little bit mad because look at right here. But the beauty of craft therapy and all of this stuff is we got to play with and experience both times. I got to create it. It's still pretty. Y'all hear my doggy. And I'm just gonna take some of this glue and put it across here. Ooh. I'm looking. Oh, here it is. I don't know who has Brody out there in a conniption. Look, Angela, I got see how clean that went through there? Angela thought I ain't had no. Angela thought I didn't keep fabric scissors at my house. How dare she? Now, again, I just got that, but again, no mistakes. That meant I was supposed to cover that space up anyway. So, and another thing is you all are more familiar with what adhesives work best for you. There's nothing here that is written in stone. These are just techniques that I use. Angela thought I only had paper scissors. Yeah, all this crap down here. Why would she do that? Why would she do me like that, y'all? I'm just talking. I'm just messing with y'all. Messing with Appalette. Appalette. All right. Y'all know this glitter. I mean, this does not dry as quick as art glitter glue. So I do have a little bit of time, which means at the same time I have to babysit it a little bit. Just a little bit. That was pretty. This was what I did before you all joined me this evening. All right. So again, that told me right then I'm supposed to cover that up. I don't know. All right. So we said this is a vertical card, like so. Now I know I need to let Brody in. But then if I let him in because we're downstairs, unlike being upstairs from the basement, he can see the chipmunks from the freaking door. So if I bring him in here, the same thing he's doing outside, he's going to do inside. So I am not going to put you all through that, okay? I like this glue for card making because again, it gives me a little bit of give. It gives me a little bit of time to move things around. I always have my trusty bone folder. All right. Now I keep telling y'all that the thing tell me what to do. I wanted this butterfly to be over here so the person can open the card that way. Now, that doesn't mean that's how it's going to end up, but that's what I wanted. Hmm, how about that? I liked it better the other way. How about I liked it better this way. That's what my gut told me. And I'm sitting here like I can't rip it a little anymore. I'm trying to rip this. It's harder to rip now that I run it through that embossing folder, though. Hold on. All right. It's harder to rip. Now, y'all know I will sit here all day trying. Oh, here it is. All right. I like it like that. I want this to be a little bit. I'm only doing this because I just want to be able. I just want to be able to put that piece in the right place. And there's no right or wrong place, child. This is craft. This is art, girl. Ain't no wrong or right place. What you talking about? I tell y'all all the time, let the paper tell you where it belongs. Let the paper tell you where it belongs. I sit up here and put my hand over this and let it lay it flat for a little while because again, this takes a little bit longer to dry. And you can see it's still moving. All right. So I have a stamp. I have words that can go right across here. Okay. Girl, what does that say right there? What does that say? What does that say, y'all? Does she belong on here? The only thing is, I'm going to have to, and it's okay. It's not a color, but guess what? I can also bring the color in by inking the edges, but we're going to go ahead and look for other things that possibly match. We just like I said, most of the time when I'm in this moment, I just let the thing tell me where they belong, okay? And it seemed like that was the thing that jumped out at me, okay? Um, okay. We can go with that. I'm going to fussy cut that, okay? I can still look at these other pieces to see what we got, but look at that one. I'm going to tell you why I like this one too, from an artistic approach too. Tell you in a second. So yeah, I'm just cutting this. I'm fussy cutting that sentiment that says, spread your wings and fly. So this Friday, I've scheduled my first claim show. I don't know how it works quite yet, but as I do with most things, I guess I have to figure it out on the job. So what I was saying earlier is that not only did this step out from an artistic, from not an artistic, but from a literal point of view, like because of what it said, it also stands out because against all this rich color, it's white. And so because I have a white border, it brings things in. But when you look at it initially, it kind of looks stark, right? So I'm going to take some of that very color that we just used and ink the edges of it to bring some of the color in, if that makes sense. Does that make sense, y'all? And I'm doing it in the moody, not the moody mauve, but the fresh fig color, because it's going to be up against the crushed curry. I don't want to cover the white. I just want to bring some of the other color in to make it feel like it belongs. You know, she a cousin. You don't want the cousin to feel like is she don't belong. She comes from the same family. She just didn't grow up in the same house, you know? Um, y'all get used to how I look at things in the world. And so this was already printed out on some sticky back paper. I'm looking for my little, I'm about to call it the doohickey. I'm looking for I'm looking for my tool that helps me pull this apart. I don't see it. So I'm going to have to do this the old-fashioned way, which is trying to figure out the first thing I can put my hands on. Hold on. Hold on. Now, any other time, I will be able to see that tool when I'm not using it. I'll just use my scissors, y'all. We buy very specific tools to do very specific things. And then when you need to do the specific thing, you don't see the tool. Mm-mm-mm. And if push comes to shove, I can always just glue the whole thing down, right? You can. You can. Because who has time for that? Who has time for it? Okay, y'all, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna take this, blend it, and we're gonna actually blend it and we're gonna glue it down. How about that? Because I was about to mess something up really bad. But there's no screw up in art. Dang. Don't do it. Y'all see it wants to come apart, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna keep it moving. All right. I'm going to glue this down with some old fashioned mono liquid glue. Sold by Stampin' Up, but also by Michaels. Ah, shoot. Hold on, y'all. I put more glue. I probably would have did better using what's my fabric do? Fabric. There you go. So I'm gonna let that sit for a second, but I'm gonna take this and distress the edge, put some distress ink on the edges. Um, and I'm probably gonna put some type of jewel, something on here. I don't know, but this is vintage photo, and I'm just going to. What I did on the edges already, it wasn't distress ink. It was this crushed curry right there, and I was just playing around. Let me show you. I'm gonna do something really cute with this too. Okay. Okay. So y'all remember my favorite, my oldie but goodie, my shorty shorty. Y'all remember Shorty? Remember her? My tried and true, my ride or rider. Y'all remember her? So butterfly wings are not just, they got something on them, right? Okay. I gotta put something on here. She can't just be like with nothing, right? Have you been using it, Mel? Hmm. Now, y'all know we can do this. Never mind. I was about to do too much. I was about to do too much. Never mind. We're not gonna do that. I'm just looking for ways that I could get, you know, make her better. Oh, you use it. Good. That's all I want you to do. That's all I want you to do. What would Appalette do in this moment, y'all? I'm looking for something that I know she would do, and I don't see it. But this is why it's important to be in the space. Hmm. I'm just trying, girl. I know you said what. I'm just trying to put something on the butterfly, girl. You know butterflies can't be pain. I but y'all know y'all have to do a little walk around tonight, Mel. You already saw the other part, but I'm just trying to. I'm trying, girl. She has. You can't just send a butterfly out naked. You cannot send a butterfly out in the world naked, Mel. She gotta have something. You can't just. Mel, the butterflies can't listen. Remember, I told you. You do like, girl, butterflies just can't be naked. That's all I got. And I'm not saying butterflies got to be all but they can't just be naked, right? Like, and I know y'all want to get out here because I need to go out here and get Brody, but I oh look, listen, um, the butterfly can't be naked. Hold on, the butterfly can't be naked. The butterfly can't be naked, Mel. The butterfly, the butterfly. Ooh, the butterfly can't be naked, y'all. The butterfly can't be naked. Now, what you think? Can the butterfly be naked? What? Girl, the butterfly. The butterfly cannot be naked. Like, y'all know, oh, butterflies my favorite things, but y'all know butterflies only live a certain, like, I think the butterfly comes to be like, girl, if I'm only gonna be here for like a month or something, I need to be like, I need to be outside now. Now we can't just the butterfly. I mean, me? I'm not. Man, I'm just telling you, I just need to be back downstairs. Listen, the butterfly cannot be naked. That's all I'm saying. You feel me? So if we do like this, and then I could put something like right here. Gold streets. I ain't no issue. You ain't say nothing but a thing. I just need to find out what I did with my gold. Y'all know I used to keep the gold thing right here. Where? Hold on now. Where's my? Now y'all know I'm about to be mad if I cannot find my Bella. Where's my It's in here now. Let me see. Let me see. This is gonna bother me, y'all. Because if I don't have it, I have something similar to it, I'm sure. I got some type of gold mail. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on. I got something. I got something, Mel. Hold on. Got something. Okay. Clearly, Brody was calling me out of my government name. He was upstairs barking in the damn thing because obviously calling me. However, Mel, I had to go upstairs anyway. So I couldn't find it, but look what I got, girl. I had to go upstairs, but I I got her. Cause I don't know where my belt. I don't know what I did. It's probably looking me dead in my face, but I don't know what I did with it. Okay, but we can work something out. Y'all want me to still put her right here? She go right there, right? That's where she lives, right? Not stickers overload. Not stickles overload. All right, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna keep this, but I'm gonna definitely use some fabric tack for this, okay? What did we use on Sunday again? What's your line, Angelette? What we use? What y'all use? Gold. Yeah, but so you're saying it must be upstairs? Because I thought I brought it downstairs. Well, I ain't going back up there at the moment. I am not. So I do have some fabric tack that I'm using to put this on here, okay? Because I don't have all day. This is pretty straightforward. I don't need a lot of wiggle room for this, okay? I'm just like putting this on. And I don't need a lot of time. Okay? No, you wouldn't, Mel. So I'm trying to wait for this to stick. That's not a lot of stickles. Angela, it's probably still right there. Girl, some of these stickles I just had to throw away because they were stuck. They were ickles. So yeah, I think that's cute because I don't like it to be too, you know, glittery, jumpy, glittery. All right, so now we'll put that there. And what I'm trying to figure out now is if I want to stamp her wings and put stickles on them, or just gonna go stickles. Oh, Melissa got all the alcohol ink. She got an alcohol ink library. So again, y'all make sure while I'm finishing this up that we do a little bit of housekeeping. You need to go back over there if you are participating, or if you know of a person who wants to participate, or if you know someone who wants to participate virtually. Make sure you go over to randomlydesign.com or school, SKOOL.com, to the Artistic Fusion, to the Artistic Fusion group. There you will find a link in Karen's area for her craft and connect weekend. I am having a card class. Okay? In that card class, I am, girl, it's not a card class. I am having a paper card experience. And when you come in, don't expect anything, okay? Just come in with an open mind. We're going to have an amazing time. We're going to do craft therapy live. Well, I'm sorry. We're going to actually be doing a live raid, okay? And we'll be having a Friday craft experience. It will be $35. You will come away with everything that you need to make 4 cards and a tag. I'm sorry, 3 cards and a tag. You will also come away with some ink as well as these specific Stampin' Blends. I can't tell you what the theme is, but I can assure you you want to be there. There will be slushies, adult slushies, and pop cootery involved, and maybe a couple of giveaways for our getaway. And you definitely want to be there because the giveaways are going to be limited to those who are participating in the class. Saturday, however, it's all on me, all on Karen. And she's going to make sure that she lets me do Crafty Playground Live with you for At least 3 hours, girl. It's included, but you want to make sure that you bring your journals. That's all I got. I don't care if it's a journal, a regular journal, a play journal, a pocket journal, or a scrapbook. Whatever it is, make sure you bring it because we're going to have an amazing time and it's going to be an opportunity for you to to journal what we're doing that weekend and then also journal some other things out of that phone. You want to do that? Trust me. Trust me. If you know what I know, that's what you would do. Um, that's Saturday. But Friday, we're going to have a craft therapy live that's going to be amazing. We're going to do giveaways. We're going to have fun. We're going to have slushies. We're going to have popcorn. We're going to have Applettes. We're going to have Jacob. Um, and it's a couple of things that I can't tell you. Okay. What I'm trying to do, y'all, is figure out if I want to put the stickers on now or put the stickers on when I'm done. What y'all think? Yeah, I can't tell you, Mel. All right, Mel, you come. Most of the time you're here, you know a lot of the stuff that some people, you know, a couple of things that Applettes don't even know. You know, Appalette like to know everything. She's a sergeant. All right. So I think y'all want me to. I'm gonna put what color stickers we want. I got some tangerine. This is like tangerine. Oh, this is called fruit punch. It looks too much like the other stuff. I got this one, which is like this says. Angela, you probably want me to use this just based on the name. You see what it's called? Yeah, that's right. There she is. Okay. I don't have a true gold over. Oh, I do. I don't have a true like. Where's my gold? I don't have a gold. Oh, girl, I guess I'm gonna have to go back to my gold. I don't like that. Mm-mm. I want a gold. I don't want that. That's bothering me. I need gold. I don't want gold like that. I want like you know what I want. Y'all know what I want. Yeah, I don't care. I must be about to go back upstairs and get an applet because that's probably where it is. I can't do that though. I definitely can't do that. I have to have the gold go. That's not right. Now I got some I do have some of this though. I have some perfect pearls over here. I got some of this mustard seed. That's what it was. Hold on, right here, mustard seed. That's what it was. It don't matter because I don't think I want to use it. But I have some perfect pearls. Um, but I think with perfect pearls, I wanted to mist it or something. Hold on. I got the little thing right here. Hold on. We could do like this. We got some perfect pearls I could put. Now that looks like it blends in too much. But it's pretty. I just put this on the edges. What color? Oh, mustard seed. You gonna get some mustard seed. See, this is what happens when you go back into your crafty space and you find all your old stuff. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Mm-hmm. I'm just trying to put it on the edges. So maybe now I can go back and stamp that my favorite stamp. All right. And what I think this is why I like perfect pearls, because it's another thing that's buildable. Like now I can blow it and it's pretty buffed in. You have to buff it in though. I used to have some of those little buffer things, but I didn't feel like looking. And I like them because y'all know I'm a shabby chic person. It wasn't all glittery, but more like, you know, you know what I mean. Y'all know me. Okay. I'm still gonna go back over here and stamp. I'm gonna put this away. Put the stickles away because I didn't use them. They were too stickly. I didn't have any just like gold. So go back to right here, and just stamp this, and we'll get on about our way. I'm gonna stamp this on the inside first right here just to see how I like it in this color. I took the lightest of the colors, but remember it's a buildable color. So I like that. Do we like that? I do. So you don't use. I'm gonna do that on this side. Inside. There you go. There we go. All right, so we got a genuine kind of grungy looking butterfly with splashes. I'm gonna put it right here. I have some Fabri-Tac, but I have to wait for it to. I'm gonna wait for it to come to the bottom so I can glue it down, and we'll be on our way. And I usually like to leave these type of, especially with these type of sentiments, I like to leave the inside. I'm going to stamp something, maybe a butterfly on the inside perhaps, but I generally like to leave the inside. Good gracious, I usually like to leave the inside blank for the recipient or the person who is writing to just write a note. Definitely going to probably be stamping something that you'll see soon. But I know you guys need to go because I need to go out here and feed myself and get ready to finish putting your kits together for this week. I have to make your samples. I'm so excited about making y'all samples and stuff. I have a new stamp set that's gonna be like nobody's using it yet hardly. Y'all gonna be like, oh my gosh, so cute. So cute. I can't wait to see how Appalette is gonna understand how she always is ahead of the game. Appalette will be there, girls. 3 apples in the chat. Make sure you go over to randomlydesign.com, spelled just like it's spelled up there. And not just for Craft and Connect weekend. Go over there and see if there's something else. Girl, Appalette. Go over there and see if you see something else that you like in the Randomly Design shop. Y'all my hood craft friends. So yeah, this is where we landed tonight, ladies and gents. Because I have all of this paper and all of this goodness, the beautiful thing about this experience is when I do things like this also allows me from this set to create a set because all of them are this of the same. I keep saying color theory. They're of the same ilk, as we would say, and this makes a great set. You can cut these up and make great journal cards, or you can make you can use tear these up and make some great note cards to accompany this because I think we all yeah, yes, my stamp if people go ahead and let me know, I'm placing the final Stampin' Up order tomorrow. Thank you, Appalette. Um, so if you know anyone that is interested in the class, let them know. I will be sending in the Stampin' Up order for tomorrow. If they want, because again, they're going to get these blending pins, and I want to make sure everyone's able to have them to take them home. It's going to be a phenomenal class. The more the merrier, but I have a party with just me a lot of times. So again, but I promise you, I try to, or I do, when we have a crafty playground experience, I try to make sure it's a whole thing. I try to make sure all of your senses are gathered. I try to gather your ears, your nose, your eyes, I try to gather everything. And so it's just a vibe. It's more about the vibe and the energy. This Stampin' Up stuff, y'all know what you're getting because it's quality, right? And I also find it amazing to see what you all come up with. Especially see Mel, I can't wait to see what you're gonna come up with now that you saw that technique. And Mel, I know that you've seen this before, but see how that made a difference. No, oh, you have something specifically that you want, Mel? You know what? Drop it down in my what do you call it? I think drop it in my messages because if you want me to, I can go ahead and place it. If you have something specific that you want, either put this. You can screenshot it or you can put the item number. Um, yeah, and just let me know. Just let me know, and we can talk in the chat. Whatever that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then yeah, tomorrow I'll be placing an order, and so my order should be here by Monday if I place it. That's what I'm looking for. You're looking for you. Oh, you want Night of Navy? Angela, listen, Angela, you could call me, but ain't nobody staying up here tonight playing with you. I got stuff to do. My mama said I can't stay out all night playing with you tonight, okay? I got homework to do. Graduation time. I got to get my stuff together. So yes, if you have anything that you want me to place, if you have something specifically, I'll definitely be able to bring it with me next weekend. More than happy to drop the number, either screenshot or drop it in the item number in my messages. Make sure that you all come back this Thursday for for Craft Therapy Thursday. I'll make sure I have this, not just this card, but I'm sure this is going to be a set by that time, and you may be able to purchase the set based on this beautiful let me get it based on this beautiful everything was done with this one beautiful folder, but it would work with any three-dimensional folder that you have in stock. You don't have to be It doesn't have to be a Stampin' Up thing, but 3D folders tend to be the move because they have so many dimensions, and the more you color you add to them, the better they become. So Angela, we went and did a college tour yesterday. Anyway, we're supposed to be getting ready to find somebody to raid. So make sure you all come back for Craft Therapy Thursdays, where I will be showing the final. Okay, we got Tasha coming in. Okay, well, you'll get to see what I finally came up with this set. We'll probably have a set of these, and I'll probably put them in the shop too. These were using We didn't use Moody Mall. We used sugar plum. We used sweet sugar plum and fig. So, and curry, crushed curry. This is so cute. It turned out really cute. Okay, so with that being said, make sure you come back for picnic Sundays. Picnic Sundays is where I have a buffet out here. You get to pick what you need. Sometimes it's a hamburger, sometimes it's a main and two sides, and sometimes it's just a little hot dog. Make sure you come back over here. We have fun on Sundays as well at 7:35. Tuesdays at 6:35 and Thursdays at 9:35. Make sure you come and check me out on this Friday, where I will also be doing my first claim show. Yay! I'll be working on a campaign for that tonight. So thank you, Melzy. That's my Mellinger. Make sure you follow Mel, my Mellinger. Mel, you make sure you drop in my messages. We're going over here to see Tasha. Get your flutterflies and your sparkles ready. I thank you for being here. If you spent 5 minutes, 50 minutes, or just 5 seconds in here, thank you for spreading your magic, spreading your joy, and leaving your sparkles. I thank you for spending time. Y'all have no idea how much I love being here and how much you all give me the boost that I need on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and definitely Sundays too. So let's go over here. Y'all want me to do it? Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. This is a Ray. Everybody ready to craft floor. Ray, cut. Y'all, I got me a whistle and everything. A live Ray will be occurring in 9 days. Get your life right. Okay, let me go over here. Y'all, get y'all doggone sparkles and butterflies ready so I can go over here and see Tasha. I see y'all Thursday.